Yo, what's up guys? So just before we get into this, let me show you the graph for the keg of beer, which prior to my video demonstrating how you can use these, it was hardly being bought and sold, on average 1,000 times a day. And then this happened, the Eiffel Tower. 29,406 kegs of beer sold in one day. Now either you guys were drinking these for the fun of it on a role-playing world pretending you were drunk, or there was some mad profits to be made. And I think it's the second one. Wait, I mean the first. One thing I overlooked last time is where you can get kegs of beer besides buying them directly from the GE. Now Rizzolo here sells them for 500 coins each, which is cheap, but the downside is he only ever stocks one, which means to do this you have to hop from world to world to world, which isn't very practical. Now this was just after my video went out and kegs of beer went up a little bit, so you could make 2.1k per keg, which equates to a few 100k per hour, just doing this very simple method. But why would you bother doing that when Relica Long Haul Bar sells them at a similar price and they have 5 in stock, which means 5 worlds basically has you a full inventory. So I decided to take out 100k, and the plan was to spend all that money in this bar on kegs and then see how much we make, and it was some of the easiest money I have ever made on Runescape. Now shortly after I started doing this, someone came up and traded me, and I think they had the same idea that I had, and that's maybe why so many kegs were sold on this day. Right guys, so we've just spent the full 100k on nearly 300 kegs of beer. It would have been much easier if I had the Fremenic Easies done, so I could just use the bank deposit. It actually took me about half an hour to 40 minutes this, where it would have took about 20 minutes. So let's calculate how much profit we've made. Now I believe kegs of beer have gone down in price. Let's just sell one to see how much we get back. How much are they going for each? 2.4k. They've gone up even. So we are going to sell all of them for at least 2k each, and our 100k is now 700k. I was making 1.4 mil an hour from that method right there with the kegs of beer. That is actually insane. What requirements do you need? I believe you need the Fremenic Trials Quest to do it. Oh, and one final thing to the people that assumed I heavily invested into kegs of beer so that when I posted my video, I could make lots of profit from the demand and then dump all my stock. That did not happen. The fact that people had the cheek to say to me, "How many billions did you spend on these before this video then?" And it wasn't just a few, there was dozens of comments and I had to delete them because people were making me look bad, and some of them were getting like 20 thumbs up and then replies like, "Genius, this guy, he knows what he's doing." I wasn't doing anything. Even one of my friends said to me, "Did you get many kegs? Like, how much profit are you making?" I said none. I said it was just an interesting item and an interesting video. Now most of you did rate it really well. I was happy with the ratings. I'm not complaining guys, but it's just a bit of the RuneScape community leaking in, and I guess it's their judgment of me and they assumed it. But you know, if I would have done that and spent lots of money, I would have made a hefty loss, to be honest, because they are priced around 2k here. And then after the video, they just dwindled all the way down to being half the value they were before, actually less than half. And that's because what happens is people started doing the moneymaker method I showed in today's video. So they were flooding the economy with these cheap kegs, and it sort of balances out because people aren't buying them as much, and then they're putting in cheaper offers too. So overall, and I mean it's leveling out back now, it's still a lot more than it was before, like 3 times the amount, which is a lot for an item like this. That was just one big peak, so to speak. But apart from that, they've gone down. Anyways, that's all from me. I hope you've enjoyed. Make sure you do like the video if so, and subscribe also if you are new. You can also check out my live streams. I live stream nearly every day on YouTube, so you can get some more content there. And I recently set up a Patreon page. I've not mentioned it at all yet, but you may have seen it appear in the description. If you do want to go ahead and support me, I would really appreciate it. I'll make a video in the future talking about it more soon, but for now, I appreciate your support guys, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.